He didn't live on a plantation. He had 2 acres of land, and he had a truck farm where they raised different things to eat. He had a well. He was the only one that had this dug well that when other people, at that time we did not have the gourd well.
Mm-hmm.
But Grandpapa had the well. Everybody came to Uncle Mack or Mack Perry's yard to get water.
Oh, okay.
And so we had Roosevelt's dad was married to a woman that she went downtown, bought a bottle of carbolic acid, and put it in Grandpapa's well. It was the only well that the people in the neighborhood could come and get water, draw water from the well.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. And so somebody took a drink of water that particular day after she had put that bottle of water, carbolic acid down in there. They said, "This water doesn't taste right, Uncle Matt." And so they drew all the water out of the well. And then that's when they found the bottle. She had dropped the bottle of carbolic acid down in the well. And so they wanted to know who did this. They found out that it was Roosevelt's stepmother had done it.
So she was just ornery.
I mean, don't kill everybody in the neighborhood because everybody got water from the well.
Mm-hmm. So you said he had all kind of trees, fruit trees, and he had nut trees also.
Did I have what kind of tree?
You said he had different kind of trees,
right?
Like
one of each kind. He called it his orchard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was. He had peach tree. He had one peach tree, one apricot tree, cherry tree, pecan tree. One of each kind.
Mm.
He only had 2 acres.
Yeah, 2 acres of land.
2 acres of land.
And you said that you're talking about the people that owned him.
Well, now they sold Grandpapa that land, and they made it so that he would never lose that land because it was the taxes was not that big, that bad. The taxes were not more than $3 or something a year.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So who has the land now, or did they lose it?
No. When Grandpapa died, when Mama Jenny stayed on it.
Okay.
Okay. Iola stayed on it because Iola came from New York. She thought that Janice's dad was going to go back to New York because she had a job there for him. But McKinley couldn't read and write. So there was no way that he could go to New York, Rochelle, New York, and make a living because he couldn't read. He could drive, but he couldn't read.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So the history is there.
Mm. We never talked about this before. I mean, remember when I was at your house, I recorded the conversation, but this is the first time we talked about the trees
Right.
and about his
Okay.
land and the well that he had. This is amazing.
Right. Uh-huh.
So I'm recording this too. Make sure I have
Okay.
that I have this too.
Okay. And Mama Jenny wanted to kill Miss Pearl. Her name was Pearl Span because Roosevelt's daddy was a Span.
Did you know Amanda?
Huh?
Did you know Amanda, her older sister?
Did I know?
Amanda.
Oh, Amanda Perry?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Because Felix, that was Felix's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Felix?
No. I have them in the tree, and I know about them. Of course, I didn't know any of them.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Because you were younger than that. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Amanda was the oldest, right?
She was the oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know whether she was older than some of those brothers. I don't know their ages.
I think she was the oldest, though.
Oh yeah.
And I think Jenny was your grandmother was the third oldest.
Right. She was. There was Amanda. Now Roosevelt's mother's name was Cora, and of course she died. And that's when Aunt Rebecca, the youngest daughter of Grandpapa Matt,
Mm-hmm.
came to Sugarloaf and took him back to St. Louis with her.
Okay, so what I have is let me see, it comes up. So I have Amanda. Oh, Levi. Yeah, so Amanda, then Levi Perry, and then Jenny.
Okay.
And then the fourth child was Bert. That lived Bert. The one who lived in Meridian. His family still lives in Meridian. Bert Perry. This is Marshall's father. Yeah, Bert would be Marshall and Alfred's father.
Oh, okay. Now, that Marshall, I don't remember.
Well, this is the Marshall I'm talking about is the one that came out that they took a picture with you.
Oh,
Alfred.
That was Uncle Bert's son.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Jack was the next. Jack and then Lucy. Were the next ones after Bert.
Now, Aunt Cora, I only remember her vaguely. That was Roosevelt's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And when Aunt Cora died, and Rebecca came after she died and took Roosevelt back to St. Louis with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, so it was the last three. It was Cora, Rebecca, and then my grandfather, Jeff.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so this history is amazing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know why we haven't talked about them. And did you know Mac's sister? I'm trying to think of her name now. I mean, because it's the grandmother of the Smiths, and she was married to the little. This would have been Oh, I can't think of her name right now. Oh my goodness, this is a shame. Let's go here. Oh, what's her name? Is Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
Yes. Did you know Mary Jane?
I knew that was my great grandmother. She was married to Grandpapa Mack.
Right, but Mac's sister.
Huh?
Mac's sister, Mary Jane.
Mack Perry's wife was Mary Jane.
Okay. Well, the one that I'm talking about is she was married to Lee Alley Smith first. I guess was married to Jack Perry, and then she was married to Moses Little, and had 8, 9 kids with Moses Little.
Okay. Well, I didn't know Moses Little.
Right. But
I didn't know him.
Did you know any of Mac's siblings? Of your great grandpa's siblings?
Did I know any of his siblings?
Yes, his sisters or brothers.
No. I didn't know any of his siblings.
Okay.
I only knew his offspring.
Okay.
I only knew his offspring.
Mm-hmm.
Well, vaguely, I knew that there was a Levi, and there was a Smith, Perry, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got Smith, Perry, and Levi. I've got all them in the tree. Mm-hmm. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to hold you up, but thank you so much for sending this, and I've already got it recorded, and I will definitely add it to the file. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Katie.
And I will, if there's anything else on my line that I can, put together,
Mm-hmm.
I will. I mean, as I find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I will definitely make use of it.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Yes, and the family tree gets wider and wider.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge already.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've been trying to, of course I know John, Mac's father, and then his grandmother. I have her information, but of course we cannot go back any further than Tamar.
That's okay. Yeah.
And so I've not been able to find anything on her, but we're still working on it.
Okay.
All right, Katie. Well, you get some rest, and thank you so much for sharing all this. Okay.
All right, baby.
All right.
The pleasure is mine.
All right. You take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.